welcome back. I wanted to show you what I got for school this year. I got 6 huge boxes. It's kind of a disaster zone right now. So I'm going to show you the supplies I got by category and then put them away and show you the next category. Okay, the first thing, these are note cards. They are punched in the corner and they come with rings. This year I'm really going to be working on study skills with my oldest 3, so I thought these would be a great thing to use with that, with note-taking or reports or whatever. Staples, dot stickers for my kindergartner for fine motor stuff. Paintbrushes is a pack of 4. We go through paintbrushes so quickly in our house. Same with pencils. These are Amazon Basic. They come all sharpened. A lot of homeschoolers like the Ticonderoga better, but I have tried both and I like the Amazon Basic best. The Ticonderoga have a stiffer eraser and I think these ones work better. Dry erase markers, double-sided. Paper clips of various sizes. A clock for my kindergartner to help practice telling time. Counters for my kindergartner. Giant rubber bands, glue sticks, erase ball pens, regular glue, balloons. It seems like there's always science experiments that come up that need balloons, so I just like to have these on hand. Thinking chains, again for my kindergartner. Hot glue sticks, mini ones. Permanent markers in different colors. More erasable gel pens. These ones are colored. These are for clip cards for my kindergartner. Aren't they so cute? I got twistable crayons. I never used these before, but I'm hoping they won't break as easily as normal crayons. Again, for my kindergartner, these are tissue paper squares, but I got it for fine motor skills. I have some crafts with that. Same with the pom-poms. I got 4 of these for my kids, watercolors. 20 beads for kindergartner, again, for fine motor. I got owl pellets. We'll be doing birds later this year, probably springish. If these gross you out, just know they are superheated, so all the germs are gone. So don't be scared of these. So we're going to dissect them and see what animals these owls ate. Construction paper, counting bears, snap cubes. All right, got the supplies put away, so here's part 2. This one I got from Temu. It's like those magnetic tiles, but it's a road design, so the kids can build little roads and drive on it. I got this little battle game. The middle part are cards, and then you have to race to make the same pattern. This one is a little puzzle. I'm not sure if it's a game or just a little thinking puzzle, and then I'm assuming each one has multiple solutions. This is also from Temu, and this is a giant 3D kind of puzzles, like the ones with the wires and with the ones with the metal, and then you have to unlock them and figure it out. My oldest son requested this sort of thing, so hopefully we can figure it out since we can't read the directions. Addition Splat. This is a really great game for teaching addition facts. Sleeping Queens. I've heard this is really fun. I have not played it yet. We got this from our distance learning library. Bird Bingo for when we do birds later this year. Codebreaker. This one I believe is where someone makes a code and then you have to guess it, and then they put one color if they're right and one color if they're wrong, the black and white, and then you have to just kind of figure it out. This is a really good logic game. I had something like this when I was a kid, but it was called something different, but it's really fun. This is called Labyrinth. It looks really fun. I've never played this game before, but my understanding is you have to get to different things on the board, but at any time players can, when it's their turn, they can move and slide the board over, and so it changes the path. It looks really fun. I don't normally like games, but I'm really excited for this one. The games are okay, they're just not my favorite. Okay, a giant snap circuit. This is the motion sample project one. Here's the front. Over 165 projects. I got dot markers for my 5-year-old. So he will be doing that for fine motor skills. And he requested these, he really liked them in preschool. I got these brain game puzzles for my oldest kids. They look pretty fun. Just different kinds of puzzles to do. So that'll be fun for them. I got all my kids Pokemon, all the same Pokemon book. This is the advanced coloring, so it has a lot more detail on it, which is nice. So hopefully they'll spend some time doing that, and it will take them a while to get through it. And this one for my 5-year-old. We had got these last year, but we only got a couple of projects into it because I was pregnant and very sick, and stuff just drops by the wayside when you're pregnant, very sick the whole time. So we only got like 2 projects in. So he can join us this time, and I'll do the first 2 with him one-on-one. I guess the first 3, I think we did the whale too. These are really cool. They have the color palette you need, and if you don't have the exact color names, it's fine. You could just do close colors. And then this is what they should approximately look like, and then they have it drawn out on watercolor paper. This whole thing is watercolor paper. And she has 3 in her set. We only have the ocean one, but she also has a forest friends one, like a woodland one, and then it's I think there's a tropical one. I'll ignore my stained carpet. It's very old. He got some swamp again. This is for my 5-year-old. This is one of the best games I have found that actually teaches stuff, because I feel like a lot of learning games don't really teach that much. They kind of do, but this one's really good. It teaches addition, subtraction, odds and evens, and weighting. It's a really, really good game for early math skills. I really like it. I got this physics laws kit. Here are the projects you're making, and then you have experiments you can do with them. My boys wanted to learn about robots, so I got this robots workshop. It's a huge experiment kit. You can build and code 10 different robots. So that'll be fun. We're also going to be learning coding this year as well. I bought stuff in the past for it, but I've never actually gotten to it. But this year we're going to. Okay, these are perler beads. These are really fun. You just put them on little shapes, then you iron it with the paper over it, and then you can make these little creations. My kids enjoyed that. Last time's got more of those. These are premium sketching pencils. One for each kid. They're 18 pieces. They have, they've got an eraser, a vinyl eraser, a kneaded eraser, sharpener, and a blending stump. This one I'm really excited for. I've never seen this before. It's called a mini luck, and so they have these puzzles you have to do. I'm not quite sure how it works. I haven't read through it, but they have this board thing, and the way you put the answers down like corresponds to these books, and you can figure out if you're right or not. So I'm not quite sure how that works, but I'm really excited for my kids to use this, and I'm going to use it too. Brain training is fantastic. Alright, I got this Cubits. It's a 4-player game, and you're going to have, let's see, you're going to have cards, and then you have to race to make the same shape on there. I also have a solo Cubits game, so we can all play together, because this is only 4, and there's 4 kids homeschooling plus me, so we can all play together. My baby's not homeschooling, obviously. You can't play. Got a Minecraft card game. I'm not sure how to play, but my kids like Minecraft, so I figured, why not? My oldest 3 requested felting kits, and they each wanted a different one. These are super cute. They take a while too. I didn't get my kindergartner one because I thought he might stab himself. So I just got the older 3 kids one. These are new. They're Toccata blocks. We've never used these before, but they teach you music theory. So I'm really excited to use them. I got levels 1 and 2. I don't know if there's more levels past that. My kids do take music classes and wanted more music theory for when they compete at their end of year music carnival. I got this carving kit. I still have 3 coming for my kids, and each one has different animals. So this one is an orca and a turtle. And then I got a lion, an elephant one. Each one has 2 of them in there, and they're all different animals. So there's no fighting over who's is who and who used what. So every kid will have their own animals. This is scratch off paper, so it's rainbow underneath the black, and use these to scratch off. Don't just scratch this whole thing. There's not a picture below it. It's just rainbow, and you have to make the picture by drawing lines on it. I got silly putty for kids to squish around while I read to them. We got a Kiva box. This is the contraptions one. So it has a ball that comes with it, and you can build ramps and stuff. We've had the regular Kiva blocks before. This looks pretty much the same, except maybe some a little bit different pieces, but my 11-year-old really liked these before. We can only keep things for 2 years from the distance learning library, so that's why sometimes we get things again. This is modeling clay. This is, I think it's air dry. Yeah, reuse or air dry. So that'll be fun. Laser maze. We've had this several times in the past. My kids really like this game. Yes, I could just buy these things, but it's better because it's free and then I don't have to store them forever and ever. An exact change game, never played this before, but my kids need some, well, my daughter especially needs help with her coin counting. Because they work and deal in cash, but they don't really have a lot of experience with coins. Dragon's Times for my daughter. She's having a hard time with her times tables, memorizing them. So we're going to gamify it. Money Bags, we've had this before. This is an excellent, excellent game for teaching counting coins. Really like this game. It's very, very effective. This one is a wood burner kit. It's very small. But my son really likes working with wood, so I thought he might enjoy this. I thought it was going to be bigger. The website doesn't really have a lot of description, just a wood burning kit. So if he enjoys that, I'll buy him a bigger one with all the little tips and stuff. Got this cat crimes game. I think it's kind of like Clue, but with cats and maybe not so violent. It's just who knocked over the water or the plant or whatever. I think that'll be fun. Icy 10 for my kindergartner. We've had this in the past. This is a really effective game for teaching different number combinations that make 10. We got Cat Stack this year. It's a puzzle game where you have to get the cats all arranged on these cards, and it will say how many layers you can have. So this will be interesting. I got a Kiva Brain Builders. This, again, with the Kiva box. It's the same company. And so they have planks and puzzle cards. So you have to make these different things, and you have to do it the way they have. So the front, side, and tops. You have to know what it looks like in your mind to build these. And the last game we got is a Risk game. I never played a Risk card game, but that should be fun. All right, I will put these away and come back with the next load. We're back for part 3, I believe. These are the books I got for fun or things for me that aren't necessarily curriculum, but I'm still excited to have. So I always get books for myself to help me with being a better teacher or just a knowledge base. This one is Number Sense Routines, so I figured it might be good to read this and see if I can apply any of it to our math to be a better teacher. So always trying to improve so I can be the best teacher possible. This is about English spelling and why it matters. Look interesting. This one is a curriculum planning for gifted learners. My kids aren't gifted, but I always like to see different ways I can teach kids, and I find educational theories really interesting to study. This is a Visible Learning for Teachers book. Maximizing Impact on Learning. So looking forward to reading those. I got some for my teenager and almost teenager. They're 11 and 13. This is 52 Rules of Life, basically. It's not a hard read, but hopefully it'll be useful. I got this Career Planning for Teens. I want them to really know what they want to do when they get older, not just graduate and not have a clear idea. This is Great Battles for Boys. We are on Ancients right now, so I thought it'd be fun to get some different perspectives, maybe. This is Ancient Rome. It's a Asborn book. It's like the flat books. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. You can see different things. This is the Goblinwood series. It's 3 books. I've never read these 2. I'm not sure what order they go in. I love this one as a kid. I even read that many times. Same with these 2 are a series. I've only read the first one. Really enjoyed it as a kid. So excited to read the second one. Oh, here's Courage and a Clear Mind. This is Greek Stories by Jim Weiss. Or Jim Weiss. Not sure you see it. So we've already covered a lot of these, but it's just nice to have a little review and have it in a story format. Monster of the Month Club is a really cute book about a girl that gets a monster a month, but they are actual real monsters, not stuffed animals. Again, only read the first one as a kid. Did not know it was a series, so I got the whole thing for my kids. I hope they'll like them. Dragon Slipper series. Not sure the order. Never read them, but I do like the author. I thought that'd be fun. This is Dynamic Memory and Study Skills. I don't know how well this will go over with my kids, but I'm going to use it and hopefully teach them from that if I think it's going to be too high level for them. The Lord of the Rings set, including The Hobbit. The Maze Runner, my son already got into this, which is great. Mr. Men. These are so cute. We did Little Miss last year, which was a complete set, and they all have different characteristics, and the books are about them. And so, like Mr. Funny, the book would be about him being funny and probably uplifting other people. Or Mr. Mean, it'd be him being mean and how it affects other people. So they're very gentle introductions to social emotional learning and how you treat other people and how they feel. I liked them a lot as a kid, so I got them for my daughter. She is 9. It's right on her reading level, so that's why I got that. Okay, this is going to be super fun. These are the Rube Goldberg machines, but you can make them yourself. So those do great engineering stuff for my kids to do. Like, how fun is that? My boys love building stuff, so I think they're going to really enjoy this book. I got string games, so they can just kind of learn how to play these and then just do them while they're listening to me read or just on their own time. The Wonderful Flight to Mushroom Planet. Again, enjoyed this book as a kid. We're doing space this year, so I thought it'd be nice to get a space-themed book. The Boys Book of Survival. This looks like it's an older book, but I'm excited for it. It has really cool things in here. Let's see. Like how to survive a hungry hippo or a man-eating tiger, how to build an igloo, survive a haunting, things like that. I think it'll be a really fun read. And I got Duct Tape Engineer. So I'm going to get my kids a bunch of duct tape and they can just go to town making different things. We'll see if they're interested. Hopefully they will be. Got this 5-minute stories for my kindergartner, and my daughter can hopefully read them as well to herself. She's not the strongest reader. She's kind of a reluctant reader, but hoping to change that this year. So I'll read these to my kindergartner a couple times a week. We got Zoology for Kids. We are doing animals later this year too. We normally follow a 4-year cycle of science, but we only got halfway through our biology and halfway through our earth science last year, so we're finishing up earth science this year and then finishing up biology the second half of the year. So that's why it's kind of seems like it's all over the place. So this is just about mammals and our animals, and then sometimes they have different little activities to do or experiments to do in it. I also got this set of the Elephant and Piggy books. These are so cute and so funny, and they're great for beginning readers because the elephant and the pig each have different colored text boxes. So the elephants are gray and the pigs are pink, so you can really tell what character is saying what thing. They're really cute. So I'm excited to have my kindergartner start reading these. Okay, we got, let's see, for coding for kids, using Python. I'm not sure how this book will be. I do not know how to code, so I don't know if I have to learn each thing and then teach them or what. So we will see. I know, yeah, I can code now, but I do still think it's a good skill to learn. Wild Animals I Have Known. This is about animals, of course. It's a little bit meatier. Got Mindful Games for Kids. My kids are very anxious. Every time we do anything, even if it's something they want to do, they get so anxious and start fighting just because they're like so worried about going, I guess. So I figured we'd try and do something like every morning, just a little exercise. Just kind of calm the kids down and help them connect to themselves. I got a bird guide for Washington and birdology. I got this a couple years ago and then we didn't have time to get through it, so I checked it out again. They again have different activities to do, all about birds. So I think I'll have a fun time with that as well. Got Amazing Visual Math. This is a pretty cool book. It's got 3D things. You can move the stuff around, flaps to lift, and just give them like a more visual overview of math. I got Engineering the City, how infrastructure works. So this will probably just be a read aloud, me reading to them. Hopefully we'll do some architecture or engineering type stuff with it. I haven't totally planned that out yet. I got math art and drawing games for kids. And the reason I got this is because I want to do kind of a math game or a math club type thing once a week, hopefully, where we'll do hands-on deep dive math activities from Joe Boiler, I'm not sure you say your name, and then compare it with like a math storybook and a math craft. It'd be fun to help math come alive for my kids. All right, next part is curriculum. And here we are on part 3 the next day, because I had a cranky teething baby. So story starters, we had this in the past. We only got partway through it though. I like this book a lot. My daughter requested it again. So basically they have these little half stories, and then when it gets to a climax, then you finish writing the story and you decide how it ends. Sometimes they have an ending or a middle part. Sometimes I think they're more old-fashioned stories. Like they like to close. They tend to take place in the past, but my kids really enjoy doing this, so we're going to do that again. We're really putting emphasis on writing this year. Got text lessons, this content area writing. Never used this book before, so I'm hopefully it'll be good. This is the writing nonfiction one. It has overhead transparencies, is that what they're called? That come with the book. I probably won't use those. I'm hoping we can do some kind of writing project every day this year. I got note-taking books. I think this was recommended in the Well-Trained Mind in the 4th edition, I believe. I think the name of the book or the company changed a bit, but I think it's the same book. Again, also focusing a lot on study skills this year. Taking notes, things like that. I got these again. We used these in the past. My boys are a little bit older than this, but I think it's always good to review test-taking skills every few years, just to make sure you remember how to take tests and how to read the questions and stuff. I got this book again. I had it a few years ago, and we didn't end up using it because my kids knew all this stuff, and here we'd already covered everything. But it looked like a good curriculum, so I got it for my kindergartner. I think it'll be perfect for him this year. And they have different levels in here, so you could potentially just do kindergarten or spend enough time on that one lesson and really go deeply for that grade so he can learn all 4 levels, which is what I plan to do. And I got this set of outlining books. This is the first one, the second one. We did outlining when we did Story of the World at level 4. It was 2 years ago, I think. But my kids didn't really internalize it that much, so they don't ever use outlining. So we're going to really deep dive into outlining and, again, study skills. This is for my 6th grader. He is about halfway through the book before this one. This will probably be 2nd semester. Oh, I got this marvelous multiplication book for the math club we're doing, and it's just with my own kids. I'm not having other kids over or anything. I just wanted some more games just to solidify the skills that my kids are having trouble with. They can approach it different ways and they can get a better understanding of it. Okay, Layers of Learning. I've been using their science the last 2 years. I really like them. I have never used their art, but I was excited to get this one. I'll show you the table of contents. And they have a QR code that links to their YouTube list, and they have a playlist that goes with every section. They're pretty extensive. So, art supplies, elements, principles of design, and then art through history. Now, I don't use Layers of Learning the way the founders intended it. When I looked on their videos, they suggested you do 4 lessons out of each section, 1 lesson a week, and then you come back to it in 4 years, do 4 more lessons. That's not enough for me, so we usually do almost all the lessons in each section. And then, this is the one for my kindergartner. This is a little bit different because it has a teacher's manual with it. And then also, this is the student one. This is the teacher one. And so as the teacher parts are highlighted. I got a lot of Kumon books for my kindergartner. I really like them for kindergarten and 1st grade as well. We always use the cutting book. The only thing I don't like about it is that it's not perforated. So I'm going to have my husband cut it off. He's got a lot of knives. He collects knives. So he'll cut that off for me. And I always use the dollars and cents, the money ones. These are really good. They go very, very slowly and get really good Foundation, first book of drawing. My kids like this one a lot. It just shows you how to make different shapes. He likes to draw. He's pretty good at it for a 5-year-old. And then number games. This helps solidify the order of the numbers. And they always have a color by number page and a dot-to-dot page. And these are just writing numbers, but they kind of do it in fun ways. Like every other one, so you just have to number mazes, things like that. And they have dot-to-dots as well. So it just really helps to solidify the order of numbers. And I use those concurrently. This one I got this year. We haven't done this one before, but my son is very game-oriented and fun-oriented and doesn't always want to do what he needs to do or what I want him to do. He's very stubborn, so I figured if I got some game-type things like, oh, here's our math games book, it might motivate him to do more math. And yes, we are doing Math UC, but it's just nice to have an option in case he doesn't want to do that. We are still doing the Curious Historian. And I also got Layers of Learning Ancient History. Just have like a little section you read and then a project to do and then videos to watch and then book recommendations for each section too. I'm excited to use the projects as well, just to make history more hands-on. So they have the book list in the beginning and they have the codes for what age groups are for. So I'm excited to do this. And then I also got the Curiosity Chronicles for the same reason. You just get a different view on history. This one is the dialogue history, so the whole book is just going back and forth through the characters. So my plan is to have the kids read one character and I'll read the other character. And they can take turns reading the character and get more involved in history. I just kind of want to see what program they like the best. And we're not doing the whole book of either one of these, just the things we have not covered yet in our other program. All right, that's it for this one. I'll get the next set out. All right, this is section 5. This is the last of the stuff. I know you're probably thinking this is a lot of things for homeschool, and it is. I do have 4 kids. We are pretty intense in our homeschool, and this is mostly group stuff. They do have their own curriculum as well. We're midway through a lot of those things, so I'm not showing them in this video, but I'll make one showing what they're working on. Okay, I got the writer's workshop from Layers of Learning. This one is supposed to be used every year, like this one book. The other ones are a 4-year program they use each year, and then you just cycle back through the 4 years. But I just wanted to see different ways of teaching writing. Just trying to make writing more comfortable for my kids. You'll call it writing club too. And then I got this parachute for teens, or what color is your parachute? It's all about deciding your future and your dream job. So just help my kids kind of know what they want to do in life. And I know they're young still, but it's always good to be thinking about that. Now, I always try and get these from our school library. These are the Focus On series for Real Science for Kids. And I have biology from K through 4 and biology from 5 to 8. The topics are pretty much the same. There's a lot of overlap in them. So what I like to do is I like to read one chapter here and then find the corresponding chapter, read it in here later that same week or the next week. And basically what that does is it helps the younger kids to understand it better, and then they can understand some of the older stuff as well since they have the background information. But it also helps the older kids understand the older kids stuff because they also have this background information. And this book I'm so excited about. It's The Art of the Catapult. And since we are on Ancient Greek and going to be Ancient Romans soon, I thought this would be great to get. These are not just rubber bands and spoons projects. These are actually real projects with like wood and PVC pipe and stuff. And my husband is so excited to build these with the kids because I have no building ability, and that'll help make history come alive for them. I got this Mapology. I've never used this before, but I think there's like 5 different ways you can use it. So I know it's a puzzle they stick together. It's like a foam puzzle, and then I guess you have to match the flags and put the stickers on the flags to set it up. There's an app that goes with it too. So I got this guitar method book for my son. He was in a guitar class 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago, but his teacher went really fast and he felt like it was frustrating to learn. So he wanted to get another stab at it. Got this on stage theater games and activities for kids. I don't know if I'll have time to do this year, but I did want to read through it and see if we could fit it in. Because the Greeks have lots of plays, and then we'll be doing medieval, and they also have Shakespeare, of course, so I thought it'd be nice to have a theater book, just kind of like a tie-in to modern times and make history come alive again. I'm really trying to make history be more interesting to my kids. I have this for my daughter. My sons have already been doing this book. I really like this book a lot. My sons are still in the first part of it, but I really like how spatially oriented it is. Sorry, it's like midnight right now. My kids really like this book, and it's fun to kind of like move these around in your head and kind of figure out which way the lines will go, or to transfer the shapes, and it's just a cool book. And they're still in this first part of the shapes. I mean, it's a huge chunk though. And I just have them do a page a day, or most days. Doesn't take that much time. I got these for my boys this year. These are mastering logic and math problem solving. So kind of, I think they're just kind of riddles, and they have to just kind of figure them out. My daughter requested to learn sign language this year, so I got this DVD with flashcards book set, and there's 2 DVDs here, and then a set of flashcards back there. I did take sign language in high school for 2 years, so hopefully that comes back. Actually, I might have only been 1 year because I went to college the last 2 years of high school. But anyway, hopefully that comes back as we get into that. I got these flashcards for our music theory. And I just realized that it's part of a set. I didn't notice it was a set. So I'm going to look and see if they got the music theory book and DVD and all those things. Just to help it be more of a complete curriculum. I got a robotics book. So we'll read through this and do the projects. And then that combined with the robot kit I showed you earlier. I think a nice little mini unit about robots. If they want to go deeper, there is a robot course on the Great Courses. I have a subscription to that, so that's already covered. But if you don't have one, check your library. They usually have tons of the videos from them. And here's the mindset mathematics, the one I was talking about for the math club. These are what are called high ceiling, low floor problems. So basically kids can go as high as they want with them, but kids that are not at that level can also get something out of these things. So all these different projects that are group projects, and this looks interesting. Different way of thinking about math. So I'll let you know how that goes. I'm not very strong at math. I've gotten a lot better going through the math you see. My goodness, if I had math like that growing up, I would have been so much better at math. But I want my kids to be able to think of it different ways as well. Alright, so that is all of our supplies for this year. Well, it's the majority of our supplies that are group stuff. And I'll try and get some videos out that show what I'm doing for each of my kids' individual work as well. Alright, please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.